Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead March to War tips and tricks. So I've been putting this video off for a little bit because honestly, I want to check with a few people and get a little bit of advice. There's a lot of different ways to play this game, and I'm just going to go through one or two different options. There's some people out there that are just attacking everything, and believe me, I've sort of went through that mode too. Mine was heavy revenge, where I had a couple factions set up and somebody would attack and I'd go and attack them and just zero them out, take all the resources. So I'm going to show you the leaderboards. Don't freak out when you see the leaderboards because you're going to see I've done a lot of damage and a lot of resource grabbing, but I've really been pretty low key the last week or so trying to get the faction together because there's rumors out there that it'll be a district merge. And the problem with me doing these videos is when there's a district merge, everybody says, let's go kill the YouTuber, let's go take all of his stuff. That tends to be what happened in a lot of these games. But I'm just trying to build something up and have a little bit of fun with my group because I brought a lot of people into this game. So let me scroll through. I'll scroll through the leaderboard and show you some other top players as well. But here you can see headquarters is really the name of your game, like other games. Town halls, all of those things. You build up your headquarters, it opens up higher level buildings. And when you do that, you can open up your council chambers and also your survivor barracks. Here you can see my council chambers. You go in there. I've unlocked most of these except the last one I have to unlock is Jesus. I'm getting close. Those guys are your legends, and they're going to lead your group. So anytime you go out and attack, they're going to be the ones that sort of, they have a certain march speed, they have a certain capacity, all of those things. Then you get to survivor barracks, and you can see you can manage these. Scroll through really quick. You can see I got some 40s, I got some 30s, got some 36s, some people I do need to go through and level up. And this right here is where you just go in and you train your people. So for example, I can take one of these, maybe a level 36, level him up to level 40, and those are going to be my primary attackers. Up at the top, you can see the fist below the little score. That's your power, and where your power really comes into play is your power is a combination of leveling up your buildings, but it also, that's a small part of it. It is your maximum how many legends you have out there, with this Rick, Michonne, all of them, and maxed out to your top level, and also your survivor level, and the amount of health that they have. So for example, if you have a level 40 and he's 10% of his health, your power is going to go way down. So if he's maximum health, then that's where you get that power score. So I'll show you really quickly. There's a couple people in my faction, but let me get to the big leaderboard, and you can see you got Cloud there, 1.9 million. You got Eric, almost 1.9 million. Dragon Whales, 1.6. Leon Kennedy, 1.4. Badai, 1.4. And then there I am at 1.42. And once again, if I level up some of my survivors, or even just heal them, then that's going to take my power up to 1.5 million, so on and so forth. So community power is just a combination of all the power within your faction. You can see there we are, the 999 Army, 21 million, holding our own. We got a little bit more leveling to do. Survivor damage, you can see, I don't know why I started out way low. I am actually tops on survivor damage, and as I mentioned before, I was just porting around hitting a lot of people, and that doesn't have anything to do with hitting low people. There was this misconception that I was out there hitting a bunch of level 10s and level 12s. They don't have anybody that you deal damage to. So the reason my survivor damage is so high is because I hit a lot of high players who had really high survivors, and then that damage I deal to them, and obviously they deal some back, but you can see 100 million and 118 million in survivor damage. Pretty rough stuff, and some of the people that I attack know who they are, and like I said, I've sort of toned it down a little bit. Here you can see resource. Now resource theft can be stolen from anybody. A lot of this resource theft I took, you can see from the number 5 guy, Quintalis. He actually had about 40 million in resources, and I hit him one night and took all 40 million. A lot of it was like 33 million in food, so it was quite a bit. And you can see he's been pretty busy actually recouping that as well. He's at, a couple days ago, he's at 80 million, so he's hitting a few people. Once again, I've not done that. So that gives you a little bit of the leaderboard. So if I'm not attacking people, I'm not kind of growing that way, what am I doing? One of the things that we've been doing a lot of, obviously, the daily missions is the swarms. And especially on a weekend like this, swarms, you can get a lot of stuff from them. And I think it's a little bit underrated. There's a lot of fuel that drops. You can see if we go in here, there's some of the items that I have, bags and bags of stuff. Some of them have been purchased, but some of them are drops. And then, of course, you can go into the market and buy some of those things. But swarms is highly underrated. I would say if you're not fighting really full scale right now, get your group together. You can go in and see. We just go into rallies. There's 3 going on right now, which is a little bit light for us. Last night, I think we had 12, 13. So this gives you a little bit of the game. I'm actually going to go out here and find a swarm really quickly and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So you hit this swarm. You can see some of the different items you can get at the front. It's kind of like fanned out in a bunch of cards. I'm going to rally. I'm going to take a level 21 Michonne, send some 40s out there. And then what will happen is this will actually go on to March. You can see it's going to take me 2 minutes to get there. Now my team can see that swarm that's out there. They may or may not join. Could be a long march for them. If they do, they're going to have to rush it. But what I like to do is just keep these things active at all times. I'm going to end a couple of these Let's go over here. I know there's another swarm somewhere in the neighborhood. It was a pretty high level. And hopefully my faction will get involved in this. If they don't, then you just scroll around the map. There's another one. It's a level 20. And what do we got there? There's about 1,000 of those. So I'll either do it myself or I'll have my faction get involved. But I want to time this because you get a lot of extra stuff when you get the killing blow. In order to really maximize your leader's potential, you have to get these comic book covers, and the best way to get them is through these swarms. So as I said, I need 30 more to unlock Jesus. I get some here or there. But even once you unlock them, as you get more and more comics, you can actually get them to a higher level. So let me show you one of my higher levels while those swarms are actually raiding. Carl is one of my higher attackers. You can see I'm Managed Council. I finished all the quests with Carl, and he's level 21, and I've got 393 out of 560 comics. So he's opened 4 slots. When I get up to 560 comics, then I'm going to open that 5th slot, and then the next one's probably going to be 1,000. So I'll have to sort of start all over again, get 1,000, and then I'll have him fully complete. But each one of these talents give him a different multiplier. So you can see with Carl, march speed is good. There you can see attack, and you can see increase the accuracy of people, and also the leadership on Clear Walker mission. So they are a little bit kind of back and forth. You can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. That's a little bit of the tips and tricks. If I had to give you guys some advice, what I would say is if you're starting the game, start in a lower district that people are new to the game, and get your buildings leveled up as quick as possible. You can see a lot of my buildings here are only 12, 13. I know there's people out there with level 20 buildings. So I got a little bit of a late start. I'm trying to rush through as much as I can. Anytime that pops up, make sure you help your faction people. And hopefully you're in a faction that's active, because when they hit that community center, it actually helps with your building speeds as well. If you have any questions, leave it in the thread below. There's, like I said, there's some top level players that actually watch my channel, and we'll be on giving a little bit of advice. We'll start doing a few of these videos per week. I know this one is a little bit longer. I'll show you guys how to do some attacks, what some of the multipliers, but I just want to kind of give you an overview of my base, what's going on right now, and some things that I prioritize and think's important. Thanks everyone for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Hopefully we'll create a really nice Walking Dead March to War community. I know there's some websites, some other people out there. Eric is somebody that has a, Eric Vaughn on here has a Facebook page. So if you guys want the link to that, then message me, let me know. Just a lot of chat back and forth can help these players and see how the game goes. Thanks once again. I will talk to y'all soon and show you a little bit of action in the next video. My name is Killshot. Peace.